Awesome. Hey, this is Trevor Mickelson. Just wanted to tune in. It's been a little while since I've reconnected. I've been hiring like mad. I watched the YouTube ads a few weeks ago, I guess, 3, 4, 5 weeks ago, and it's just been crazy. I think last week I ran a total of 40 appointments. Yeah, like back to back to back appointments, and had my schedules blocked out for family time, and went dancing and did Halloween, and I think I took off all of Wednesday, and still had 40 appointments. And the week before had more than that, and so it's been a little interesting in the progression of hopping on Kartra, changing some things has been pretty interesting. So more to come about that. I wanted to actually take a minute to jot down some thoughts that I had. I was connecting with one of my new agents up in Seattle, Washington. Met him earlier this summer, or I met him in the summer. It's now fall. Met him in the summer when I was going up to Alaska for an 8-day cruise that was, paid for by the company, because when you do well, you get to have fun. And so I was up there and I was taking this Lyft or Uber, Lyft, whatever. And I met this guy named Casey and talking about it and what it is that we do. And he said, yeah, absolutely. I want to come along with you. Are you hiring? And I said, yeah, sure. So we started talking. So we've been connecting and been training him over the last few months, and just really talking about some in-depth stuff. Generally, men uh, have not been taught how to be vulnerable and how to have open, genuine conversations. And that's something that in my family, men just do not do. We talk man talk and sports and stuff, and I don't do sports, so you just don't have anything to talk about. I mean, no, I don't hunt, I don't sport, I don't fish, none of that stuff. So it's like, okay, well, I guess that's the weirdo in the corner, not talking about sports or hunting or guns or fish or whatever. So outcast of the family, I guess, or whatever. But nowadays, I mean, I have very open, vulnerable, genuine conversations with as many people as I possibly can. I try to open up my heart and just say, hey, here I am. And if you're going to hurt me, then you can try. And that's how I approach life. And I was having a conversation with him, and he was talking, and I was thinking about, okay, well, what potentially could help him future forecast and think about his future. Because in our business, you invite people to a financial education class. 8 out of 10 people raise their hand, ask for help, and then somebody else, if you're new, like myself, a senior vice president for the company, will run the appointments for you so that you can shadow. And over the 6 months, 12 months, 18, 24 months, you can grow into being a financial and insurance professional. Great. Well, there's a lot of hiccups at the beginning, a lot of lack of self confidence, lack of self worth, lack of self love, lack of self value. And so, future pacing, imagine when, what would life be like when? How would you feel when? Those questions are very important in our industry. I was talking to him like, you know, when, in the next few months, when you're making an extra 1,000 or 2,000 or even $3,000 per month part time, what will that give you? And he started talking about, what will that do for you? He's like, well, I'd start paying off these bills. I'm like, no, 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 no. How would that make you feel? And he's like, oh, I feel really good because you know what? I'm not doing this for the money. And he started kind of like, I saw this shift happen. He said, you know what? In professional sports, getting the biggest paycheck, getting that largest contract, that shows respect. Like the bigger contract you get, the more respected you are in the industry. And I'm like, yeah, I can totally see that. And he says, you know what? For me, making that money is a form of respect. It's a form of of value and worth. And I believe that I'll feel that confidence. And I was sitting there going, oh man, this is what so many men and women get stuck in this loop of you need money to feel value, love, worth, confidence. And yet you can't get the money because you're not confident. You don't have the confidence, you don't have the worth, you don't have the love, and you're not valuing yourself. So it's like you can never get around the circle. It's just like you can't move. You're controlled by money. You can't move right and get the value or the worth or the love or the confidence because you don't have money. And you can't go over here and get the money because you don't have worth or confidence or love or value. So it's like, you know what? Let's do this. Let's create a list of 25 things where you find love in your life, where you can feel that self love. When you wake your kids up in the morning, when you kiss your wife goodnight, when you call up a friend or hang out with them, where do you find value or worth when you're driving that Uber and you're making that money, when you're folding laundry because he's a stay at home dad too, his wife works? Where do you find confidence when you're driving your car? Very confident. When you're with your kids, when you're making dinner, where do you find all those things? And in each of those four categories, love, confidence, value, worth, write down a list of 25 things totaling 100. And what we're going to do is we're going to write down that list. And every time, everything that we write down, it's going to disconnect a negative association of a negative pattern that money is utilizing to control you. Because what happens is money is like a dog. Dogs don't, I mean, yes, I'm sure that they would prefer love and compassion from you. But at the end of the day, a dog is going to do whatever it is conditioned to do in order to get attention because it's a pack animal. It wants that attention from you. And so if it is getting that negative, oh, be quiet, it's gonna do whatever it needs to do in order to get that negative attention. And money is the exact same way. Money will do whatever it can to get your attention. So if it's over here and it's like, I'm gonna make you feel really bad about your life and take away your confidence and take away your love and take away your self-worth and take away your self-value. And just so you say, oh, I hate you. I don't want you in my life. I don't really like you anyway. I don't really need you. I'm not really doing this for the money. It's like, well, you're giving me that attention. So I'm going to give you kind of the same attention back. I don't really care about you. I'm not in this for you. Well, I'm not in this for you, and I'm going to take away everything that you value. So it really, money is just an external representation of how you feel about yourself, by the way. So in this, I'm like, you know what? Write down that list, prove to yourself that you have value, love, confidence, and worth. And what will happen is energetically, this money is going to go, well, I'm going to try and get your attention through negative stuff. And you're like, well, actually, I have confidence and it's over here. And I have self worth and love. I have all that over here. And basically, what happens is you stop giving it attention. You stop giving it attention, and it'll start talking, talking, talking. And you just keep focusing on this list for the next month or two or three or four. Each four of the items get to 25, 50, 75, 100 items on that list. And eventually the money will energetically, it's like starving. It's created this habit to get your attention. Since it can't get your attention by making you feel like shit, what it will do is it will get your attention by flowing into your life, because that's what it wants to do. It wants your attention. It, like the universe, is an attention whore. and, and by having love and confidence and value and worth, it will just start flowing into you, and it will get your attention, because what will happen is that you'll go, okay, great. Now I'm in control, and I'm going to command you money, because that's all it's ever wanted. It wants to be commanded. It wants to be owned. It wants to be loved. It wants to be leveraged. It wants to be utilized for good in the world. It wants to multiply. It wants to grow. It just wants to be like a seed to create a tree or a bush or a vine that creates more seeds, and it proliferates and it grows exponentially. That's all money wants to do. And it's either going to take energy from you, or it's going to multiply and create more money for you that way. So I wanted to get these thoughts out. I hope they help you. I know, yeah, finance and insurance coaching for my agents, and this is what it looks like. So, kind of a sneak peek behind the scenes stuff. If you haven't yet checked out, I'm about ready to launch my website, and in fact, I'm changing up a bunch of stuff with that. So I'm really excited to do some live walkthroughs through Kartra. Some things that I've changed also from the landing page and the information page and the explanation video page and all this sorts of stuff. I'm really excited to do like follow up with that. And anywho, hiring like mad, because what's interesting is over the last month or so, I haven't made I haven't gotten many new clients from these campaigns through YouTube. However, I have hired a lot of people because they see the website, they see the ad, and they're like, I want that. I want that company culture, mission, vision. I want to embrace diversity. I want to embrace women's financial empowerment. I want to embrace technology. I want to be in a family environment. I want no quotas or territories or requirements. I want to be able to feel confident walking into a door and being me and not having to be somebody else. It's like, yeah, here obviously you get to be weird, which is just normal, your unique self and authentic, true self, because that's what we teach here. And I'll, and I'm really, really, really believing that getting all of these people in place, training them the right way, making them, allowing them consistently to be able to help these people, and the business is just going to flow in, and it's going to be divine timing. It's amazing. And so with that, if you don't know what living benefits is yet, life insurance that you're able to access 75 to 90% or more of your death benefit in the event that you have a major medical event. It's the biggest thing to happen in the life insurance industry, which is one of the biggest industries, wealthiest industries in the world. And I am the first person to market it in YouTube and social media. It's awesome. And what's going to happen in these next few years is next few months, next few weeks, it's blowing my mind already. What's already happened is it's pretty amazing, breathtaking. And I'm just so honored to be able to do this and to hire people who on the totem pole of love and confidence and value and worth is extremely low, and to be able to provide them authentic tools to be able to raise their worth and love and value and confidence. Because when you're this type of person and you value yourself a lot and you have that confidence and love, money just can't but help fill in the vacuum. uh, and that's my life. So anyhow, if you haven't yet figured it out, uh, let's have fun together. Get on my calendar, go to my website. Let's schedule 30 minutes to talk. Let's go have some fun. Trevor Mickelson out.